Okay, I want to show you how to align this so that whatever you see through this, you will also see through the telescope. So it's really hard to try to find anything in the sky looking through this because it's just awkward. You're looking this way, but you need to, all that stuff. So by looking directly through this spotter scope, it's a lot easier to find objects. But to do that, you have to align it first so that it's aligned up perfectly with the telescope itself. So once you have this mounted, let's see if I can film this good. You're going to want to turn it on with this. See how the two white dots are there? You just turn it on, turn it all the way on so it's maximum brightness. And hopefully I can see it through this. Inside there's a little red dot. Oh man, it's really hard to see. Let's see if I can. Probably should have practiced this video before I started shooting it. Let me see here. It's really faint. But there's a little red dot in there if you could barely see it. Oh no, it won't focus. There, that's the dot. Okay, but if you could see through this, that dot is right on the top of that tree. Right there, let's see, where's my finger? There it is. That tree right there in the middle. See, it's just below the top of the mountain. That little tiny tree right in the middle of this shot. So I have this. Let me go back down. I have the red dot in here, right at the top of that tree. See that? The dot disappears, it's too bright outside. But that dot is perfectly on that tree. And the way I did that was I just had to move this dial and this dial. So this is the one that turns it on and off. That's off. That's all the way bright. And this one turns this left and right. Okay, that's this one. So as you turn it clockwise, this one, it goes to the right. When you turn it counterclockwise, it goes to the left. So that's the one that makes this scope go this way and this way. And then this one here underneath, that one makes it go up and down. So you turn it, I think it was counterclockwise, like this, turning it this way. I don't know if that makes sense. Actually, it's clockwise. When you turn it clockwise, it makes it go up. Sorry, clockwise is up, and counterclockwise makes it go down. So again, you have this one that makes it go left and right, and then this dial under here, which makes it go up and down. Okay, so we're going to come back to this, but the first thing you're going to want to do is look through this. I don't think I'd be able to. Well, you know what? Part of the problem is my stupid light is on there. So you're going to look through this. Let's see if I can get this to work. See, there's the tree. It's really hard to see because this, but you'd see it a lot better if you actually are looking through it. But that's the tree. So what you're going to want to do is during the daytime or in the evening, it might be easier in the evening when it's a little less bright outside, so you can see that red dot really well, is you're going to want to take the scope out in Vanessa's house and pick an object that's far away. Like that tree is probably, I don't know, maybe a quarter mile away or something, but it should be far enough away that you recognize, that's easy to spot. And then you're going to find it, not with the scope at first, you're going to try to find it in here. And chances are you're going to have to back this way out to get it to focus right. So you're going to want to focus on something random first. So what I recommend doing is just taking the telescope outside, looking through this with the 10 millimeter. I don't know if you can see that. Put that one in there, lock it in place, make sure it's all the way in. And you're going to look for any object you can find that's pretty far away, like that. And then don't worry about a specific object, just pick like a line of trees that's far away, or bushes, or someone's house, or whatever. And just first get it in focus by moving this dial. And chances are, for sure, it's going to be like this at first. You're going to need to back it out right away, like that. And then you're going to look through, see if I can do this. Oh, it's not easy to film. But you're going to just keep, this is a shitty video, huh? You're just going to keep turning that dial until it comes into view like that. See that? And then, now once you have it focused, you're going to move your telescope. You could use this, remember? This is the one that makes the telescope go up and down. And then you have this one. Use this one on the side just to make the telescope so that it's straight up and down like this. See how, let me back it out. You see how if I turn it, the telescope turns way sideways? And then if you're looking through this, that's kind of kinked off to the side. You could do it that way if you like. It's not a big deal. But it might be easier just to start out by making it, turning that dial so that it's straight up and down, just to make life easy for starts. And then remember, this one makes the telescope, makes the telescope go left and right. So let me see if I film that way over here. See, this goes right, and then you turn it this way to go left. So that's how you'll adjust your telescope. And then just find an object while looking through here and turning these knobs. It'll take a while to get used to them, but you'll get used to it. And once you find something and you know exactly what it is, and you can see it perfectly through here, you got it focused here and everything, your next job is to, again, turn on your red dot all the way to full brightness. So we won't see it now because it's daytime, but it is there, right there. And so, and then you're going to see, and I guarantee you the dot will not be on the same object you see through there. So let's say you're looking at through someone's kitchen window down the street or whatever, or a tree or whatever it is. Your next job is to leave that like that and try not to move the telescope. And you're going to come over here and move it, these two knobs, this knob and this knob, until you have the dot on the same object. So for instance, let's say the dot, where is my dot? There it is. Let's say the dot needs to go up. Well, to turn it up, you're going to turn this one. And then maybe it's too far to the right. But once you have it to the right level, up and down, then you will have to turn it left or right by turning this knob. And you're just going to use those two knobs until the dot is exactly on the object that you found through here. Once you've done that, chances are you will have moved the telescope a little bit, so you're going to have to come back here and make sure that it's still on the object that you found. And if it's not, just carefully use these little dials, or whatever you call them, handles, and reposition the telescope onto it, and then go back again and look for the dot. It'll be a little bit off this time because you may have had to readjust the telescope back on your target object, and then you just do it again. Just be real careful not to move the telescope too much. Just carefully turn this, these knobs, remember, left and right, up and down, until you get your dot back on the object. Then triple check again and make sure everything's aligned. You just keep doing that until you got it perfect. Once you've done that, you're done and you never have to do this again. And now, when you go out at nighttime and you turn this on and you put it on the moon, and so your red dot's right on the moon, when you come over here to focus, you guaranteed to be on the moon. And as you get more skilled and better at finding objects with the spotter scope, then you can start looking for planets. You just put your red dot right on the planet, and you come over here and look through, and it'll be the planet. You just adjust your focus. Remember, the Earth is rotating, so you're going to be not so much with the moon because it's a big object, but with planets and stars, you're going to have to be following them constantly. So you'll just turn these knobs probably every couple minutes to keep the telescope tracking the star, because as Earth rotates, the stars appear to be moving through the sky, and you have to follow them with your telescope. So hopefully that made sense. So there you go.